And Happy New Year, everybody. Mark Newstater with eXp Realty and joined as always by Jaden Bax of Avenue Financial. Happy New Year, Jaden.
Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to everybody out there on Facebook.
Yes. We're live here with a very interesting update as we get our market stats for the month of December, as well as kind of a look back at the whole year. We could really spend a couple of hours on this. We're going to keep it brief, but Jaden, before we get to your mortgage update, I just want to throw on the screen our market stats for December and a bit of a look back at the year. So, I think as we have been talking about in our updates weekly here, really for quite a while now, is that the activity is not listen to a realtor, don't listen to the media, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think the media is going to report this, but certainly the reality was on the street. Jaden and I have been feeling this for a while, that it's busier than maybe what it should be, or for whatever case. But when we look at our detached stats for the city of Calgary at 1,199 sales, that is the highest in the month of December since 2007. Highest in the month of December since 2007. Our listings increased 11%, but that was offset by higher sales activity. And really, the new restrictions did not have the same impact as they did in spring. And I think from a personal level, when COVID first started, a lot of my clients were scared to go out and they didn't know what to do, and they'd have to bring their kids along. And could we do that? And we're a lot more clear now on what we can and can't do in terms of showings and no open houses and things like that. So not surprised there at all. And my personal experience, and I think Jaden's would prove that too. So our total sales in Calgary were 9,950. That's slightly higher than 2019. So keep in mind, we had April and May, which were really, really low months. So we would have blown 2019 out of the water if it wasn't for those 2 months. Prices were relatively flat. So did your home value go up? Hard to say. If you live in the south and southeast and you're in a single family detached home, pretty good odds that it did. Recorded annual gains of nearly 2%. In our surrounding communities, Airdrie, absolutely. Airdrie continues to be a crazy real estate market. 18% gain in sales compared to 2019. Cochrane up 16% compared to 2019. And then Okotoks sales are up 8% compared to 2019. So we always say this: what does it mean for you? If you're a buyer, I got to tell you, better get on your horse here and get talking to me, get talking to Jaden, and get your list down, because I think everyone is predicting these sales to continue in 2021. And it really is becoming a seller's market in many segments and many communities in Calgary and surrounding areas. So if you're a seller, it's great for you. You're probably going to recognize higher sale prices than you have maybe a year ago to 2 years ago. But if you're a buyer, you're going to have to be, on it, and make sure your favorite realtor, wink, wink, goes through the process with you of really determining what your wants and then what your needs are, but also what your whys are too. So we make sure we narrow down the houses that you want to go look at. Jaden, I'd be curious to see your reaction to those stats.
Yeah, I'm seeing it and I'm feeling it, and I'm doing the mortgages in the periphery of Calgary right now, because one of the things that I'm seeing is that there's a lot of those people who don't want to be stuck in their downtown condo anymore. It was very convenient for when they were working there, and it's a great lifestyle in certain ways. But when you are locked into a 450 square foot condo for months at a time, and you're working from home, and it doesn't matter where you live, you can work from wherever. Maybe a big backyard out near your Cochrane or Okotoks is calling to you a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm really seeing my.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I was just going to say absolutely. I think people are desiring more space. I know for our family, our move last January was very fortuitous. We moved from a bungalow to a 2-story with essentially 3 living spaces, which has been great during this whole time. Mortgage rates continue to be absolutely crazy. I've been hearing stuff that fixed rates now are ending up below 2%. Can you give me the update there?
Yeah. So we're down. We're seeing kind of in that 174, 169. Some restricted products that'll be a little bit less than that, and then some lenders that are, from time to time will have just kind of specials on that really hit that out of the park if you're closing within 45 days. So really great things that way. But what I'm really personally excited about is that we're seeing the discounts on prime for variable adjustable mortgages come back down. And one of my favorite lenders is at prime minus 1 on a 3-year and prime minus 0.95. So you're looking at like a 1.5, 1.45% mortgage. That's pretty fantastic. And of course, as I always say, like we can't predict where mortgage rates are going. So maybe you really want to take advantage of that. You're sure you're going to be in your house for 5 years. You want that certainty of that fixed cost mortgage. That's fantastic. But, a lot of the prognosticators are saying that over the next couple of years, prime very likely will stay where it's at. And so if you can get that really attractive discount at around that prime minus 1% area and be paying less than 1.5%, it's just phenomenal. And then you have that cost certainty on your way out that you're going to be paying a 3 months interest penalty. And I just love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and certainly that's always the challenge, right? And that's why Jayden is such a great resource, because you truly can get a little bit better idea of, not only what is your cost of the mortgage, but what's your exit costs, because that's really, really important, especially if you decide to make a change before your term is up, right?
And that's honestly where, the lenders at the end of the day, they try and build in a little bit of value protection for themselves, right? So they want to be competitive in the market, but also on the way out, they want to make sure they're getting paid for the full 5 years of that mortgage. And our job is obviously to work with the lenders and try and hook them up with great clients who can pay their mortgage every month. But it's also very much to work with the buyers and make sure that if you're not sure that you're going to be there for 5 years, or if you're in a position where maybe you might be transferred out of the province in the next couple of years, let's find a way to make this as little pain as possible on that sell date, so that you don't have a big bill that you weren't expecting, and all this your equity in your house just disappears, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's about it. So just to recap, really we had a great year in terms of sales, total sales, and prices were up in some areas of the city. Airdrie, Cochrane, Okotoks all had increases in sales. We're not seeing huge price increases. I'll give you an example of somebody that, they said, well, I might want to look at listing in summer because, the market might be better. It's so hard to predict that. Just like for Jayden, it's impossible to predict what mortgage rates are going to be 6 months from now. It's impossible for us to predict. Certainly the trends are that I think you're going to have an easier time selling your home because of decline in listing inventory and more buyers out there. But if you are thinking about it, let's have a conversation. And then if you're looking at buying, obviously I get you in touch with Jayden right away. That's how our process goes. And that way you're not going to be out there looking at a home that you are not able to buy. And we're just going through that with another client right now. So we like to get that whole process worked out for you, so that we're doing the best for you that we can. Jayden, any other thoughts as we close off 2020?
No, I just I'm so blessed that the way that my family in particular was able to survive through things. I'm hearing the same kind of stories from a lot of other families that really they just learn to focus on other things like supporting local and a bit more time with family and everything like that. And I can see a lot of hope for 2021. And I can feel that in my business. I can feel people wanting to work with us as local small businesses and really believing that the market is still going to be there and that home ownership is something desirable.
Absolutely. That's a great way of putting it. And I echo those thoughts as well. Thank you to all my clients who supported me in 2020, and 2021 is off to a roaring start. I know Jayden and I are both very busy, but we're never too busy to help you out. And we certainly look forward to your comments and questions once this live video has ended. So Jayden, have a great week. I will see you shortly at our BNI meeting, but we will talk to you on this particular update in 1 week's time. And, happy birthday coming up in a couple of days.
Yeah, thanks. I needed a reminder.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, my friend, we will talk to you in a week.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
Have a good night, everybody.